Hello and welcome back. 2 videos in one day. I am on a roll. I'm clearly in my bedroom at the moment with my cat curling around my feet, just because that's what cats do. Now, I'm here to give a bit of advice about something on Amazon for people who are looking to possibly get a guitar, don't have a lot of money, but they want an electric that's good, plays good, sounds good, can do fairly difficult tuning for down tuning, and not have to go and get something like a 13 size string, I should say. I was looking at different guitars and whatnot over the past couple of years. Thought about buying something, Did the usual thing of, oh, this one looks good, this one looks great. Look at all the things this one comes with. The $80 ones. Thinking, okay, maybe I'll get this one. This one's a really nice blue and white one with good pick guard look. Now, don't get me wrong, they're good if you modify them so they can hold tune and whatnot. If you have to go extremely cheap and you have $230 or so, what I would recommend is going with the one that I got. I got a SGR, C1 SGR from Schecter. Beautiful midnight black satin. This thing, the guitar itself is $150. "39" so made for people with a good arm length. And honestly, I couldn't have asked for much better. This is one that I looked at and I said, this is what I want to get. It was more as of I look at it and automatically, I have to have. I don't care what it costs. Like so many other purchases, it either turns out really nice or it doesn't turn out good. And this comes with, if you buy just the guitar itself, it comes with the guitar, the gig bag that I have here, if I can get the strap to go around to the back instead of being in the front. Gig bag, really nice one. And it comes with the Allen wrench for the truss rod in here. Maple with rosewood for the fretboard and neck. I'm not sure what type of material nut. And the stock strings on it, you can play for a while, but ultimately get a different set. Honestly, just don't keep the stock strings on for any longer than you have to. They didn't even last me they didn't really last me longer than a month and a half. But I'm supposed to be playing this in E standard tuning, and I generally will put this in a drop C. Which, if you ask anybody, going to F is hard for a size 10 pack of strings to go to for, a 6-string guitar. Because drop C, you have to detune it to where the strings are extremely loose, and this one I'd be able to bend all the way up to here if I wanted to, and just pull it. And it wouldn't break. So this is good for drop C and stuff like that. It's got dual humbucker pickups, ceramic magnet. They're nothing special. They sound okay for starter set. If you get the pack like I did, you get a HOSA, or however it's pronounced, cable to hook up to the amp, and a 10-watt sawtooth amp, which I'll show. Hold on. This is my little amp. It's got all the stuff you'd expect it to have. If you know anything about amps, or if you're like me and you don't know anything, you got your drive select, volume, gain, middle, treble, bass, headphone jack for a 1/4 inch, and your input jack, which is what you would expect to be a 1/4 inch. You wouldn't expect it to output very much power, but this little thing, I turned it all the way up and turned my guitar all the way up, put it on the drive select, which gives you an overdrive mode. At least I do believe that's what it is. I put up to my bed, so it was about that far, 2.5 inches or so away. Then set my foot about about a foot away from it. And I put just enough tension on one of the strings to make a note. And I was impressed because it was starting to make my foot cold from all the air being displaced. So this little thing has a lot of power. For a 10-watt amp, it seems to sound pretty good. I mean, I do plan on hopefully getting something better, but this entire kit, $215. That's not bad. If you can get it and you're on Amazon, I would suggest buying it if you're just looking for a beginning, guitar. Them $80 ones, I've seen some of them, some of the reviews, and most people are saying that they would give it to maybe a 6-year-old looking to learn. Don't get me wrong, if it's something you want and you're willing to put the money in to put upgrades into, better strings, better tuning pegs, and locking nuts, better bridge, all that good happy stuff, then fine. But if you're looking for something that's going to perform well, keep in tune for a while, I would definitely go with this. It's honestly going to be your best option, really, if you have only a couple hundred to work with. What you could do, alternatively, is you could go and get this and one of them $80 kits. Have 2 amps, 2 chords, set of strings that might be same quality as the original on this, which This is what I really like, the perlite 12th fret. Now, if you get both kits, then you can just go and toss out the other guitar or hand it to someone else and just keep the rest. Because on $80 kits, generally come with everything from an amp to picks. Whereas this only came with the bag, the Allen wrench, and the cable. I didn't get a pick or extra strings or anything. But yeah. Depending on what you want to play, all depends on what you're going to want as far as the guitar. This has a good neck for the curve and everything. Schecter was bought out by ESP, so technically you could call this a knockoff of ESP's beginners lineup. But still, you have so much modularity with this that you can change and whatnot, that this is just a good base for what you would want to start out with. Good foundation wise, I should say. I am using a size 10 string set, the Gibson vintage reissues, so $10 strings, $35 amp, $150 guitar, and a $15 cable. And I really, really like this. Not much else to say. I've had this since August, so, well, I should say the middle of August, and just replaced the strings. So if it wasn't any good, I wouldn't still have it, really. I would have sold it and, well, I should say resold it, because technically selling it won't be the proper term. If it was sold to me, then I sold it. I don't know. Someone's gonna probably correct me on that, and thank you for anybody who does. But still, it's good for about any genre you could want. Good for beginner, intermediate. Just get a good amp, get a good cable, and you're ready to go. Oh, another little tip is that the cable, when you plug it into the guitar down here, if you put the amp that comes with this into its drive select or overdrive mode, whatever you want to call it, you'll get a lot of static depending on where you play. Per se, if I'm to play in here versus at the school, I get a lot of static here, but at the school I don't get hardly any. So, you know, find your own way to insulate it or whatever, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll see if I can play something.